Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to more Baldur's Gate 3. We've made our way to the Shadowlands and have begun exploring around it. Last time we came up here, where we had a lovely game of hide and seek with Oliver and his mummy and daddy.
Light on my feet.
And so now we're going to continue exploring. We're heading kind of up here to explore because that's going to take us to this Last Light Inn that the Harpers recommended to us. But we want to explore all we can along the way. Yeah. Night orchids. Are those the flowers that Shadowheart said she liked? It was some sort of orchid that I remember her mentioning.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach.
Yeah, no way to talk about it.
Did you want something?
Oh, there is a way to talk about it. Remember when you told me night orchids were your favorite flowers? I assume we've come across several on our way here, and it just didn't dawn on me until I actually paid attention. Remember when you told me night orchids were your favorite flowers?
Rings a bell. Why?
It just so happens that I have one right here.
Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking. They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you in return, I'm afraid.
She'll come with something in time. It's just a token. I didn't expect anything in return. Well, I'd better take it back then. No, it's just a token. I don't expect anything in return.
Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same.
Alright. That was a nice little scene. I wasn't sure if I should put it in her inventory and then talk to her, or if there wouldn't even be anything that she would say regarding it. So it's cool that there was some connection.
Hells. The curse has torn open the ground itself.
It's what it's looking like. At least that's what I was assuming the glowing chasms was from the Shadowfell curse. So the question is, we never explored down here. Because we just went with the Drider straight this way. At some point I probably should head back and explore here. Maybe I should mark it, so I don't forget. There's a character limit? Fine, need to explore still. Spelt incompletely. Okay, we could go down this way. There's a signpost and a bunch of dead. Or continue to the right, which is the direction we were going. Figure while we're here, we can swing by there. Oh, we've got stuff up here that we need to keep an eye out for how to get there. Because that's walkable terrain up above us. Yeah, it didn't connect to there where we had the hide and seek. Looks like there's a path and those routes there that will connect up. So we'll keep that in mind. While we're here, let's check out this battleground, it looks like.
What's hiding here?
Signs of a struggle. They did not meet a pleasant end.
Yeah, we've got some cultists, but then a bunch of people with names that aren't just cultists. I wonder if any of them can be spoken to as speak to dead. Usually, from what I recall, they glow if they will actually say something. So I'm suspecting none of them have anything to say. Bunch of keys on you. They're a bunch of tieflings. Are these people from the tiefling, like the Druid Grove. None of the names are standing out to me, so if they are from there, they weren't memorable people. But it's possible that some of them were people we met before. Let's try talking to some of them, see if it works.
The corpse does not respond.
Yeah. What about the cultist? Do you have anything you would like to say? My guess is no.
The corpse remains silent.
Yeah. That's disappointing. Like, they've established a story point here of all these dead in some sort of conflict. But no way to just talk to them to find out what their deal was. Huh. Some sort of magical torch. Anyway, we're not going over here yet. We're kind of exploring the outside edges, and then we'll come back towards the center. At least that's what I'm planning in my head. And up here, I think, is what takes us to... I heard some weird clicking noise. And all of us failed a perception check. That's not ideal. I think we're gonna get jumped by something. Yeah, but... we'll go back to the center, but right now this is leading us up to this area up here that I wanted to get to. Some dead harpers. Oh, okay. Shambling mounds are no joke. This is a shadow curse shambling mound. Level 9. Before we get into a fight with you, you're immune to piercing and lightning. Well, that's disappointing. And you resist necrotic, fire, and cold. I think I still have some options, but that does reduce a lot of my characters. Varric's options. Eternal digestion can devour any creature that is restrained and steeping in its digestive juices. Gross. Has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Perfect Sentry, can't be surprised. Any creature making a melee attack against this mess of writhing vines may become entangled. And if someone's entangled... No, entangled causes restrained, yes? No. Those are two different conditions. Entangled is different than restrained. Okay. So that's not saying that if anyone did melee, they'd get, you know, restrained in such a way that it immediately does digestion. AC 17 with 200 health. I think it's doable. Although with all of our high-level spells down, maybe not. What elements do we have? So it's immune to electricity, resists fire and cold. I could still hit it with acid or poison or thunder, which is fine.
Action, not reaction.
Yeah, I think we can do this. Let's do a save first. Starion,
Delicious.
can you stealth?
Let's go.
Go somewhere where you're hidden.
Just like
Hide. Can you start off this fight with a sneak attack? Can't have disadvantage. Oh, because of long range. And it just sees everything around it. Huh. I mean, theoretically, if we could get up here, he might be able to do it, but yikes. No, I don't think we're gonna start this fight out with surprise.
all's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Cool, cool, cool.
If not over.
I guess let's just go. Oh no, what? Those weren't there a moment ago. And that's a lot of them. Okay. This may not be as doable as we thought. I was first in initiative. Why? Is it counting us as being surprised by it? I think it is. Huh. How did it surprise us? Oh, and the dead rise again. Huh. Okay. And I didn't even see how Shadowheart got over there.
Much longer.
Cool. I'm just gonna reload that. Because, what? I was like, yeah, we can probably take this guy. It'll be hard, but probably doable. Summons an infinite swarm of allies. Also gets surprise attacks on us. Somehow. No. Alright, if we kick things off, hopefully
Looking ahead.
that's enough that it'll recognize we were aware of this fight. Let's summon Scratch first, as well. Might as well get him available. You resist. You resist everything. Let's cast a Blur on ourselves. Just, you know, to be on the safe side. And then we'll start with a Firebolt. Which is resisted, but it's also only a cantrip, so it's fine.
Blood follows me everywhere.
Only 60 to hit. Okay, initiative starts, but we're not surprised this time. Right? Yes. Okay. So you guys that we did not see beforehand, what is your deal? Shadow Curse and Needle Blight. Only AC 15 and 28 health, a lot more doable, and only resist necrotic, not all the other things. And then this one, the Vine Blight. Same thing. Sprouting Necrosis. At the end of its turn, Shadow Curse vines will sprout at this creature's feet. Any creature making melee may become entangled. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely didn't see them before the fight started. And that is problematic. So do we ignore the big guy for the moment and just try and take out all of the small minions? Maybe. Start out jumping forward so that you can actually get into combat. Disadvantage to attack. Too dark. Again, too dark. These ones, thankfully, are not. So perhaps we have you start here. Oh, and she only has one superiority die left. Probably should have rested. Critical miss. Fantastic. Go there just to try and tank both. What about you? I guess let's have you dash. And then you can get up to several different options here. But I'm thinking we move him like here to hopefully tie down some of these to attack him rather than us.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Varric's already used his action, which was his missed attack against that guy. Right. So I guess I don't really want him to move any farther ahead. That just provokes them to attack him. Pull back a touch. Alright, the three of you get to go. Good dodge. Goodbye, Scratch. Lae'zel's got Shadow Curse. What is that? Where you were hit by the Shadow Curse? Can we see? Hello? Just Shadow Curse, Needle Blight, ... Okay. Not sure. So we can get sneak attack on any of them because of Underdog's bravery. That's good to know. We'll attack this one up front, I suppose. Or is it better? No, probably better to take out the ones that haven't acted yet. Yeah. So go there. Attack him. Okay. They explode on death. What was that? Failed saving throw against Shadow Curse Needle Blight. Which doesn't tell us what it does. Man, that is a large chunk. So, this is a Starian's attack all the way up here. Where he hit it, used sneak attack. I think it fell to a lethal blow. And that caused it to explode outward, doing tons of damage. That is just a ton of stuff that occurred, and I don't want to read all of it. But yikes. Anyway, they both died. This one took a good amount of damage, actually. As well as you. Shadow Curse. Without a light source, you will take necrotic damage every turn. This damage doubles each turn you are affected by the Shadow Curse. That's what's going on. We are outside the light range. Alright, we'll do an attack on him. Oh, it didn't quite kill. That's a shame. Because if he had killed, then this would have blasted to hit that one as well. Which would have been nice. Because these big guys, they've got not actually a high AC. I thought they did. Does it say anything about them exploding? Explodes in a needle burst upon dying. Yeah, I just missed it when I was reading before. You do not. Alright. I don't think there's anything else you can do. You're out of actions and bonus actions. This one's just left with 1 hit point. Makes me sad. Alright. Yeah, and you can't help her. Nope. I think that's the end of Astarian's turn. We could theoretically move him further forward. What are we going to do with you, Shadowheart? You're glowing. So arguably, I could move her up to get them out of the shadows. Do I have her kill this one if possible? With her action? Only 60. Move forward a touch. I'll decide what I want to do from there. No. Let's see. So you can go forward to attack this one in melee if you wanted. Sunbeam. Here's an option. 60-foot radius? No, a 60-foot line. Right, I should have considered that. Because I might have been able to sunbeam this whole line. I can't even sunbeam him. There's no way to angle it up, I guess? That seems a little silly. This seems like the ideal place to use that. Once per day? Once per long rest. We'll probably long rest after this. Like, I want to go over here to see if I can get that angle, but the fact that it's failing to even go up the slope does not fill me with a ton of hope for it. But it looks like if I was here, I could angle and get all of them, basically. Which would be by far the best use of that ability. Otherwise, it would be smart to move forward just so I'm shedding light into the region. I gotta risk it. This should work. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get it up that slope to hit all of them. It just isn't working for unknown reasons. Maybe in a slightly different position, it might act differently. Yeah, it just doesn't... There's like a mound here that is just not wanting to go up. And I think even if I was standing here, that wouldn't overcome that, probably. I can no longer get over here to melee him. That slight step was too far. So the options are spells. Yeah, option spells. We could actually go with Spirit Guardians, so that they're forced to walk into it. Oddly, they don't have a weakness to light, or radiant, which I would have expected. But maybe that is the call, because they're all trying to run into melee. So we'll start out with a healing word. I'll go level 2, just because I'm feeling nice and generous on Lae'zel. Only 7. Oh, so worthless. And then we'll do Spirit Guardians as Radiant. And I think that's good. And then we'll have you move forward towards these guys. Hopefully the Spirit Guardians will hit both. And it did. Oh, and Lae'zel goes down again. Definitely should have healed her afterwards. That was a mistake on my part. For sure. Yeah. Mistakes were made. It's fine. You've already used up all of your options. Yeah, use your missile snare. Concentration broken. Come on. Was the whole point. That's how he pulled Shadowheart right next to him. Alright.
Still on my feet.
So Lae'zel loses her turn unless Varric does something now. Not that she has any great options because her action's gonna be gone. So, definitely don't like being in melee. Did you break concentration on me when you grabbed me? When I had blur? I guess so. Yep, stop concentrating on blur. That is disappointing. That was the whole point of having blur. I assume I can't knock you back because you're probably just too big. I'm probably casting that spell provokes attacks of opportunity. Maybe? Do Shocking Grasp. You know you're immune to electricity. Of course you are. Can you resist fire? You're a plant. Why do you resist fire? So I could do a breath attack. What to do? I just assume if I do a spell, he'll get the attack of opportunity and he's gonna hit. What about you guys? What's your deal? AC 6. And you're half dead. Huh. Well, at least they're going to be easy to kill. Though it's disappointing that such weak characters were successful at hitting Shadowheart. Alright, what am I going to do? What am I gonna do? Because we could go Chromatic Orb with something that's not resisted, like Thunder damage. 30%. Path is interrupted, so I can't even cast it on anyone else from where we're currently standing. If I scoot it around you a touch. Say there. No! Okay. Sure. But I assume... No, we don't take disadvantage. Disadvantage is only on the one you're attacking because they're too close. I thought it was disadvantage just for being in melee, but I guess not. So do I use it on both of these big guys? Maybe. I think so. Not the level of damage I was hoping for. Why so little? 8 on 3d8, 9 on 3d8. Just terrible rolls. Got it. I could Misty Step out of here as well. But I assume this guy will just keep going after Varric. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's just gonna have to be where that goes. Good double miss. Starion. Do we have you just take out these guys? Or do we ignore them and take out these guys? I think we need to take out these guys. Yeah. They resist necrotic, that's fine. Alright, sneak attack on this guy. Go for it. And then we can have you do your offhand attacks here and hopefully take out this enemy. Nice crit. I doubt you're going to do 12 damage, actually. That's a shame. Yeah. Alright, Shadowheart. I think I'm going to have her actually do Spirit Guardians again. As silly as that seems. Or from here, what can you do with this line? I mean, you could hit those three, although it would also hit Varric. Does it only hit enemies? Blinds all creatures in a path. No, it would hit everyone, so it would hit Varric too. But the ability to hit one of, like, two of the bigger guys and one of the small guys is tempting. Could also do Guardian of Faith, which we still haven't tried yet. Or Spirit Guardians because she's super surrounded. But then one of them's just going to hit her and break it again. But same could be said probably for Guardian of Faith. No, that one's not concentration. So Spirit Guardians is my 4th level spell, or Guardian of Faith. What's this do at 4th level? I can't cast this at 4th level. Yes, I can. Okay. 4 to 32 damage. And it would hit all of these people. Wouldn't actually kill any of them, even on max damage. And this one just doesn't tell me at all what it does, like how much damage it deals, what its AC is, like how it actually works. I want to see it. Let's do Guardian of Faith, just to see how it works. Let's put you here next to the big guy. Spirit Guardians might have been the smarter move, because it would have hit all... Oh, it would have actually killed this guy. And it would hit all of them with necrotic. Or not necrotic, the first light thing, whatever. No, I gotta go Spirit Guardians. They're just so clustered around. It's just too good of a time to use it. And if I could move her forward at all, but I don't think I can, then she'd be able to hit this one. So it's a shame. Yeah. Then we'll just do a basic level 1 healing word on Lae'zel, just to get her to stand. Astarion, can you pull back at all to try and convince this one to move forward? No, because you're entangled.
My faith will protect me.
You could move forward. You're not entangled. There we go. So you did take out that one. Perfect. They're probably going to force her to break concentration, which is going to suck, but at least it did a good amount of damage on cast. Good miss. Oh, critical hit. We did not need that. Okay, they did break concentration on that. No, yes. Shadowheart's not concentrating anymore. Who even hit her? Broke concentration for no reason? No, Dead Harper used main attack on Shadowheart. There we go. Caught up now. Lae'zel, you and Varric have your turns. That seems mostly worthless. You could pommel strike someone. You just need to survive a turn. How can I make that happen? Can Misty step away? Just to hopefully keep her alive a touch longer so that way she can come back in afterwards and join the fight. Because having her go down every turn, losing her action, and having to waste Shadowheart's bonus action and spells just to pick her back up, it's not terribly useful. So go over here. You're in the light. Some of them might go after her, which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world. She can't heal because she used her bonus action to flee.
Survival is all that matters.
Alright, Varric, what about you? Probably going to use his bonus action to heal. But in the meantime, we could again use this on... Now you're threatened. But you weren't last time you did this. Urgh. Don't think anything has really changed. But that's fine. I could also Misty Step him away. Something to be said for that. You know what? Yeah. Let's get you up here. So you got a height advantage now. Arguably, I might have been able to Misty Step him up onto here, and that would have been a much smarter choice. Although if the guy yanked him down, he'd probably take a bunch of falling damage and die. So maybe it's better that he wasn't yanked up there. So from here, we could then use this. Try and take out both of them. Path is interrupted. Of course it is. I step forward a tiny bit. No, still interrupted because it's going through this guy. Could also attack some of these small fry. But no, we'll go there and there. I think that's good enough. Then you pull back into the light. Missile snare. So she used her armor, I think it's the armor ability that when she goes down once per day, she comes back up with a bit of health. Which is nice.
I'm ready.
You probably have a better line now to use this on a bunch of people. That's actually going to hit Astarion. Because I could hit all of them. We missed the big guy. But that's probably worth it.
There's blood in the air.
Can you pull back at all? Technically, yes. Something like that. Then if Shadowheart uses this, because I think this is by far the most powerful ability she's got left. Hit all of them, please. You know what? I'll take it. Huge amount of damage there is not ideal. She's now dying. But you know what? Not bad. How about you pick her up? That'll use his action. He's still got his bonus action. So we could throw him here. Can we get Shadowheart adjacent as well? We can. We cannot. Well, that's... So probably no sneak attack. Right. Probably should have jumped, but that would have used the bonus action, but now they're both immobile in this gunk. Alright, well, use your bonus actions to drink potions, I suppose. You didn't have anything better to do with them.
Not now. A little help, please.
Good enough. Okay, Varric is... Whoa. 2 death saves down, though this chart doesn't show it. I think this chart is more accurate. They should show the same, but they don't. But we saw the extra hit come in, which was another failed death save, I'm sure. We can see that. Fell prone. Downed him. It's not actually showing the failed death saves on here, except for when we roll at the start of our turn. But I know when we were hit after being down, that's when this bar filled in. Anyway, what to do about you? I guess you can jump here. You'll take 3 damage. You can't have you taking 3 damage. There you go. We have 1 menacing attack left available. 65. It's not good. I could instead go with the... Not maneuvering attack. Oh, fainting attack. We can't because we already used our bonus action. No, we'll go with menacing. There we go. Followed up with a soul breaker. You're not immune to psychic, right? Good. Disadvantage because you are immobile. Then don't waste it on a disadvantaged attack. Just do a normal attack, which actually hit. I'll take it. Alright, Astarion. Can you get here? Yes, you can. Use your action to lift up Varric. And then 2 bonus actions to attack. There's 1. Good enough.
Can't even catch my breath.
Varric doesn't have an action, unfortunately. I'd love to get him out of here. But he'll get an attack of opportunity if he tries. So do I just leave him there to take a bunch of hits again? Could. Hit to knock him down, another hit to do a death save. Waste this guy's whole turn, and then Astarion just picks him up. Oh, it's a terrible plan.
Talk to me.
Shadowheart, what am I going to do with you? You are out of all of your high-level spells. Most of your spells just in general, actually. I mean, there's mirror image just to try and keep yourself alive a bit. That's the sort of thing that I should do before a fight starts. It's also not concentration. I would have thought it was. Definitely something to do before a fight, then. I don't think you're considered undead. The other people were. We could have turned undead. Yeah. Chances to hit are pretty garbage. Could also just go with Bless. We don't have the Mistress staff, unfortunately. So we're not going to get Mistress Blessing on this. So it's just a normal Bless. But still not a bad call. Then I guess drink a potion yourself.
Another fight.
And yeah, I think I'm going to leave Varric here. Since he seems so uber focused on Varric, I might leave Varric here just to tank. As silly as that seems. How about that? Soulbreaker at 75. Nice. Very good. Stunned is fantastic. If I recall. Can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. For 2 turns. Very nice. But we're basically out of good options. I don't suppose it's immune to bleed. Saved on the lacerate. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Can we get you out of there a little bit? I guess you're the one with the torch, so we need you nearby people. Just don't want him running through any of this. That minimizes travel. Hopefully you don't get stuck. Good, good, good. Good, you no longer have disadvantage me for being too close, which is what I was trying to get away from. So then what do we do with you? I have 1 spell left. I could Chromatic Orb, or I could just Firebolt. He's immune to lightning. I was like, Witch Bolt, it lasts for multiple turns, but yeah, he's immune. We do have this Survival Instinct I keep not using. Who do I use it on? We could use it on ourselves. We could use it on Lae'zel. I'm going to use it on Lae'zel. She's covered in digestive juices. And is ensnared right next to him. Astarion is similar, but he also has tons of health left. Try and keep her alive for a bit. I think that's what we're going to do with you, Varric. You've basically finished your turn. She could cast Hunter's Mark, which she should have done earlier if she was going to. But I don't see a reason not to. Pull off to the side a bit so Astarion can move. Oh, Astarion can't move. I was going to say so he could move further into the light, but that's fine. Could also do Psionic Overload on him. Again, something that would have been smarter to do early on in the fight, but obviously I did not. But that'll get him a bit more damage coming in. You don't have advantage, but you do have an adjacent ally, so this is going to be a sneak attack. Good. And another. And re-entangled. Fantastic. So you're stuck there.
Time to strike.
You're done with your turn. Shadowheart, what to do with you? Ideally, I'd like to get her also over here into the light. Do I have her melee this? She could. 80%. Or she could try hitting it with Radiant. Because it takes additional damage from Radiant stuff because of whatever armor piece she has. Well, I'm fine with that. 100% is 100%. It's weird that it's 100, because if she rolls a nat 1... Or, I guess it's a save. But it could roll a nat 20, unless it just straight up doesn't... I don't know. Whatever, 100%. Mental fatigue. Right. Penalties to its saving throws. Yes. Try and get over to here if you can. Perfect. So you're in the light as well. It's still stunned.
Fall before my time.
Concentration broke from 1 point of acid damage. Of course it did. Of course it did. Well, get some good hits in while it's stunned still. Good. Starion, let's get you an attack in. Immune to piercing damage. Oh. Not noticed that earlier. Awesome. Great use of your attacks. Well done.
Time to strike.
Shadow Heart. It's got the radiating orbs. This will do additional damage, I think. Or not. It's fine.
I am fury. I am death.
And Varric, what can you do
Stand in my way.
to him? Not a ton. I could keep using Firebolts, which does half damage because of the resistance. I could Magic Missile, 6 to 15 damage. Or I could just throw one of these. Does more than the 6 to 15, although there's a chance to miss. Oh, it was like 88% though. We have advantage. It's fine. It was not fine. We do still have some sorcery points. So we could create a spell slot using our 3 sorcery points to get a 2nd level slot back. Let's use your bonus action on that. Then we can decide what to do with that next turn. That's you done. You could Pommel Strike. And frankly, you might as well. Yeah. It's just a tiny bit more damage.
Fall before my time.
Well, if you do, you have Survival Instinct going. Only for 1 more turn, sadly. Huh. I thought that would have lasted longer. Oh, he's no longer stunned. That's fine.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Miss. There you go. Get that sneak attack in. 5 hit points left.
Can't give up.
Shadowheart. Only 42 now. Chances have dropped dramatically. So 55 for melee, 55 for spell, 4 to 24, 6 to 14. Use the spell, I suppose. It's a miss.
Still breathing,
Varric,
despite everything.
you're gonna Magic Missile. We're just ending this. Well, that fight was definitely a thing. Alright, I think let's quickly heal up so that people aren't dying. Let's do some quick looting. Ironwood Club is garbage. 1 to 4. It's a +1 club. Woodbark. Okay. Shadowroot Sack. grab all the rest of this stuff. Yeah, this whole fight was a lot. Putrefied tumor. Gross. Wait, are we still getting affected by Shadow Curse stuff? Can you get out of the Shadow Cursed vines? Thank you. Seriously, guys. And my inventory is over full. Let's open you. Oh, that's my potions. Sort by weight. Am I not carrying a ton of food? So I don't see... There's camp supply pack. Might as well send that to camp, but it doesn't seem like that's the major issue. Let's just grab a bunch of this random stuff and send it to Lae'zel. See, still a little bit more we haven't looted.
Always room for more.
And yeah, we're gonna go to camp after this because yikes. We've got another key lying around. We picked up a bunch of keys that I don't know what they go to. Ragged Diary. Fool me to think I'd fare better than the other treasure hunters in this God's cursed wasteland, but the promise of a cursed beast as a trophy was a temptation I couldn't leave behind. Bloody Needle Blades took me by surprise, though I'm not sure how. How could I have expected anything less? It's all so much worse than I imagined. Found a key up here, but unless it unlocks a chest full of water and sunlight, I'm no use for it. I doubt it unlocks a chest of water and sunlight. Possibly unlocks that chest right there. We can just try it. Sure enough. Ring of Self-Immolation. Allows us to cast Self-Immolation. Every one of the 3 gems in this ring is searing hot, enough to burn yourself with the slightest brush of your fingers. I mean, the name of the spell sounds like it will light us on fire, which doesn't seem terribly useful. Set yourself on fire to gain heat. Okay, we did see that other... We had that other equipment that, based on having heat, would boost our abilities. Or boost our spells or whatever. So... yeah. If we were, say, some sort of fire dragon sorcerer, then we could gain resistance to fire or immunity to fire, whatever. And then that might work out. Entering turn-based mode. Why? In turn-based mode. Entering turn-based mode again. I don't understand.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I'm assuming it's because they're getting away from the torch, which is protecting us from the Shadow Curse, and then they're like, oh, it's a dangerous hazard, and so you have to go into turn-based mode to deal with it. Or something.
Keep your distance, darling. On my way.
Seems a little silly. Alright, let's exit turn-based mode.
Alright, what
We're all fine. Hello? Yeah. Let's go to camp. I think now is a fantastic time to do so. I'm going to do the rounds as always to talk to everyone. No one is showing that they have anything to say. So, if nothing happens, we'll just skip through it. So we'll see then.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Do you know anything about how to banish it? We're in the midst of the Shadow Curse now. Is there any more you can tell me about how to lift it? Still feeling at home here with us? The surroundings are less bucolic, I understand. Yeah, is there anything more you can tell me about this Shadow Curse?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
Well, we found a boy named Oliver, but I don't think that's who you're talking about. What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Well, still feeling at home here with us?
It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
You're welcome. Perhaps I could share more than a fire and some company. Don't get too sentimental. I in need of a guide in order to survive this curse. I'm glad, but let's keep focused at the same time. No, just simply, you're welcome.
You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude.
I mean, to be fair, he broke himself out of the goblin cell, and I feel like he could have done that at any point. He was just waiting for a distraction. No words needed. I understand how you feel.
Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
Okay.
How can I help?
Is Mystra always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
I can't believe that's our only means to survival. It might be the only means that she's aware of, but there's got to be a lot of gods involved, each pulling their own plans for how to deal with this. Yeah. How are you feeling? It can't be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Yeah. We'll see how your story goes. I don't think it's going to be as terrible as you think.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
Hey, soldier.
We've got some infernal metal. What should we do with it?
Yes! We need to go find Damon. I'm going to get a hug soon.
Huh. We've had that medal for a while, but I guess things have progressed to a point where she's willing to talk about it. Well, cool. Some people are starting to have conversations again, so that feels nice. But that's it for the daytime conversations. Let's start our nighttime rest.
Playtime's over, pet.
Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
Okay. This is our problem. How exactly? Forget it. This asset can rot in the towers for all I care. This devil is so powerful. How did they manage to get captured? Yep, we're going with that one.
Will, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Interesting. I'm glad we made that perception check. We'll rescue your asset on one condition.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Bond Will in your mind, trust me. You end Will's pact and go your separate ways. Or shake your head, never mind, we'll do as Mizora says. So, I don't understand Will. So we know he is upset by some aspects of the pact. He's mentioned wanting to get out of it, but we also know that he said that he's never regretted agreeing to that pact, and the day he signed it was the greatest decision of his life or something. So if we end Will's pact, assuming we can pull that off, is Will gonna agree with that? He's sort of gone both ways on that. Anyway, respond to Will in your mind, trust me.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora will rescue the asset if you release Will from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
So we did see Will approve, so that means he is liking what we're doing. Intimidation, we could always let the cult infect the asset. I bet they'd make a loyal thrall. Remember all you can about devils and their contracts. Performance, say you know a pact-breaking charm, and chant a series of pseudo-infernal phrases. Oh, no. We could try the history, since we have proficiency as well as now a good intellect, because of the headband. So this would give us a +6. Intimidation is only a +4. That is shocking that history is now better than one of our charisma checks. But I assume this just lets us know things, and then we'll just get advantage on a different, or potentially a just successful option, assuming we succeed. So let's try to remember what we know about devils and their contracts. No guidance. That is a shame. So we've got a +6 going for DC 14. Nat 20. There's a crit.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story, said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunquam ready.
So, I can just avoid it? Right now. Like, we're in the middle of discussing, like, oh, if you don't do what I say, then... Or, you know, we'll help you as long as you agree to this, etc. And it's just like, never mind, we're just gonna kill the contract right now. Although it is from a children's story, so who knows how accurate it is. I don't know. We got it from a critical success. I've got to try it. Abi diabole et nunquam ready.
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul-bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
Well, I suspect Will have things to say. Apparently Astarion does too. So, yeah, let's do the rounds. Wow, a bunch of people have stuff to talk about. Will.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
She'll be gone soon enough. Do this mission and Mazora will free you from the pact. So the question, in my mind, is what happens then? Because if he doesn't have the pact, he's not a warlock. And if he's not a warlock, he's just some dude. Not that, you know, we use him at all. But we should, and we could. But if he loses his class, does he form a pact with someone else? Or does he get some other class? How are they going to handle this in game? Because I don't think that's just going to remove him from the game like, okay, you've solved my problem, I'm done. And then he just bails on us. Like, he's got to still be a playable character. So Mazora will free you from the pact. I doubt it. I'm assuming she's going to change her mind or interpret what we asked for different or something. In some way, he's not going to actually be free. He can't be. It's not like you have a choice, do the mission or rot in the Hells. Thought you were supposed to hunt devils. Doesn't this violate your contract? And any idea who this devil is that needs freeing? Yeah, doesn't this violate your contract?
The same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the Blood War.
It's not going to happen. You mean too much to the Sword Coast. It's horrifying. I'm so sorry. So you're bound to be a Lemure, no matter what. You are everything you accuse Karlach of being. I'm not sorry for you. No, that's super harsh. It's not going to happen. You mean too much to the Sword Coast.
And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mazora scheming, plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
Karlach, what are you up to say?
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mazora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
Well, if it is a runaway, then I assume they still probably don't want to be in the towers. about to get infected by the Absolute cult. You heard Mizora? This is the last thing Will has to do for her, then he's free. I hope that's true. I don't believe it will be. After what Will sacrificed to save you, it's time to repay the favor. True. If we don't help Mizora, we'll turn Will into a lemure. Can you live with that? I don't think I'm gonna tell her to repay the favor. We'll just say, because that feels like we're sort of forcing her. I think she likes Will enough that we don't need to force, and just say it's the last thing Will has to do.
I want to believe that as much as you do. Almost as much as Will does. But I just know there will be more to the story. There always is.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea to play games with the devil. You'd never win. Not ever.
This may not be the end of his pact, but hopefully it at least makes things better. But I guess we'll see.
This dark land must be filled with the broken, the beaten, the desperate. The perfect preying ground for a devil who offers a way out for those who sign on the dotted line. I hope we end up seeing our friend Raphael down here somewhere.
Do you think Raphael is the devil in question that we've been asked to save? Is that what you're implying? Because we don't know the name. Why do you want to see him? I certainly hope we don't. A fiend is far from our friend. He's a lot of fun and could be useful if we tread carefully. Why do you want to see him?
Help me find him, and you'll find out. When I was taken to his house, I was caught off guard. But now I know what to ask for.
Making deals with devils is not good. Sure, I want to see how this plays out. Your funeral, but why not? But why not? Not unless you tell me what you're planning. Full of bad ideas though you are, this is definitely one of the worst. That is super rude. Yeah. All of these are fairly flippant or negative. But sure. Let's see how this plays out.
Perfect. I knew you would understand.
I don't imagine that we're going to run into Raphael here, unless he is the devil we're going after.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress.
Huh.
You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove.
Interesting that we are suddenly pulled into this dream. She's not wearing her armor, so she's, I guess, relaxing. Wasn't even a choice and they need my help. I did what I could, but I'm not sure how they'll survive out there on their own. It's a waste of time, I regret it now. Didn't do it for them, the goblins are in my way, so I killed them. Ah. I did what I could, but I'm not sure they'll survive out there on their own.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
We know we failed a perception check. We can't trust anything she's saying. Could be true, might not be. No way to know. My transformation. Is there anything I can do to help you? You won't give up, will you? So you keep on saying, why should I believe you? You know where the orders are coming from. All good questions. We'll start with the top. My transformation?
Yes, But the orders are oddly erratic, as if the Absolute cannot make up its mind. I don't fully understand. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me.
Why does the Absolute want you? Won't let that happen. Can I still count on you? Did you steal the power to protect us from the Absolute? Why does the Absolute want you?
I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me. Its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But we're all that stands between victory for the Absolute and freedom for all. This is not just about you and I anymore. It has become far bigger than us. You must infiltrate Moonrise Towers, discover the secrets of the Absolute, and put an end to it. So we can finally be free. Now I must rest. And you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.
Yeah. She seems, of the people we've met, the most on our side, but I still can't trust her. Alright, we will quickly get Gale to cast Longstride on all of us, and then leave. I think that's where the episode will end. We are back out of camp, ready to go, and we will end the episode here. I hope you all had fun watching this. We went a little bit long, but made a lot of progress and had some cool scenes in camp. So I will see you all next time as we continue. Bye.